BoyTechReport.com. Your source for that heat. Let's go, baby.
Maybe we could start with how did the Beat Society come about?
Beat Society came about, we've been doing it since about 2001, 2002. We originally started it as a website where people could upload beats. In the beginning, people would actually mail us beat CDs, and we would upload them and put their name and their email address on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much how it started. This was before MySpace, before any of that kind of stuff. So
yeah, you guys were kind of pioneers in that respect, right?
Yeah, we definitely started something new. We didn't really have very good resources, so it was very hard to try and take it to the next level. But that's basically how the site started. Started getting submissions. Then one day in, I think it was 2003, we decided we'd have our first show, and it just really took off immediately. By the third show, Kanye West was driving down from New York to just come hang out and get on stage, and just all sorts of crazy shit started happening.
Right.
But yeah, that was a little while ago.
And what was that, about 2003 or so?
Yeah, it was about 2003.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys took a little bit of a break at some point, right?
Yeah, we just, we never really made a lot of money on Beat Society. It was always more just about the love. So, we just got, after 40, 45 shows or something like that, we just kind of got a little burnt out. It's a lot of time trying to plan the shows, and we all just got busy with other jobs. And, but we never went more than a year without having a show. Right now we just kind of, we started just kind of doing them more for fun than trying to do shows all the time. We were trying to do them in different cities and all this stuff. And every show was great. It was just a little too much work we just didn't really have as much time anymore. So now it's just kind of like a for fun thing.
Well, that kind of leads into my next question about it. I was gonna ask, how do you think Beat Society has evolved?
Yeah, definitely. It's a little sponsorship dependent too. When we get a good sponsor involved, it makes the show a lot easier to do. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a complicated show. All the producers have to work the sample, they have to work the remix round, and so it's kind of a commitment on their part. We got some pretty good lineups on that. Pete Rock's still in New York, which is
nice.
Sort of been a dream since it started. So we're kind of excited about that.
Any LA dates coming up?
Not right now. I'm sure we'll get back to LA soon. We've done a few shows in LA. They were all awesome. And we got a lot of good friends out there. We were talking about Matic recently. He said he was going to got me get us again when I was ready. So, we're probably going to do that eventually. But again, it's like we're trying to just figure out the sponsorship right now and just not kill ourselves, basically.
What about the alumni list reads like a who's who of what's hot right now?
Unfortunately, that's actually pretty outdated, too. We've had a lot of other ones since then. We're really happy because, a lot of guys that we put on really early in the show ended up being pretty well known. Everybody from Illmind, Marco Polo, to Odyssey, Kev Brown, a bunch of these guys just, really have made, pretty solid careers for themselves. See that.
Yeah, I imagine that's huge, man. I mean, I can recall, I'm originally from Chicago, and I now reside in L.A. I can recall a buddy of mine putting me up on the website back in the early 2000s. And
okay, so you saw it pretty early.
Oh, yeah, and it was just tripped out because he was playing me this amazing stuff from all these different dudes. I mean, who, Kev Browns of the world now, Illmind, Hezekiah, all these guys.
Yeah, I mean, and we were, we always got support too from, bigger producers, Just Blaze. There's never actually rocked the Beat Society, and been to probably half a dozen. Lucky when we were out in LA, Dilla came out, which was amazing.
Yeah, it's huge.
It was always one of our dreams to get Dilla to do it. Really, then he'll never be able to do it. But, and he can't do it Mad Libs, because he won't go.
Right.
And, who else, the Roots have always, we're from Philly, so the Roots have always been real supportive. Black Thoughts jumped on a few different beats. He's just, he was just hanging out. He got hype, just jumped on the mic.
Yeah, of course, because he's a machine.
Yeah, that dude just rhymes. He loves to rhyme.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if he rocks 3 shows that night and his voice is hurting him. Like, he'll jump on stage and
get busy. Yeah. Well, what about so we talked about the alumni and some of the past guests. With these later shows or the most recent shows that you all are doing, who's the guys to look out for, in your opinion?
Well, these shows that we got coming up right here, there's not really any new guy. It's a pre-established guy.
Okay.
New York, it's Pete Rock. Obviously, you want to look out for him. Static Selecta, who, work speaks for itself. Marco Polo, who, in my opinion, is one of the best producers out there right now, just in terms of that real gritty, just hip-hop sound that I love, and just he's kind of killing it. And Hezekiah, who, I've worked with for years and years and years, and he's, what I like about this one is they're all going to be a little bit different. That's always the whole beauty of a beat society, is seeing different. It's not a battle. That's what we really stress. It's really not a battle. It's it's a cipher. It's a showcase, an art showcase, and seeing different artists take the same sample and all work it differently. You can't really. You can have a favorite that you like, but it's really not a battle. It's like a creative cipher, and it'll be real interesting to see how all these. We have a dope sample for this one. We'll see how everybody looks it.
Well, that'd be dope. That'll be.
The only show we got some new guys. Well, actually, Philly and New York's got some new. Philly and DC has a few new guys coming in. There's this guy Eric G, who I think is really dope on the come up. I originally met him through Torre years back, and he is going to be rocking in Philly, and I would look out for him. I think he's going to be the sleeper on that one. And in DC, there's this guy I Make Mad Beats, who is somebody that I became aware of because he was uploading beats to Beat Society. And we always try to put people in there. This New York show got a little crazy, but this is I think he's going to really make some noise too. But again, you got Odyssey, you got Crisis, Don't Mind. So he's got some people that got to, I wouldn't want to be playing these guys.
No doubt. Okay, so just on that, I know you're short on time. What about what's on the horizon for the Beat Society and SoulSpazm? Because it's worth mentioning, obviously, in the article that SoulSpazm.
SoulSpazm, we got a lot of records coming up this year, but as a business, we've become much more of a digital distributor. So most of the stuff that we do isn't really, you wouldn't even know that we have anything to do with it.
Okay.
We distribute everything from comedy to pop to rock to reggae to a lot of jazz, like all sorts of shit.
Okay.
So we don't use the name on it, but that's all stuff that we're doing distribution on. And as a label, we have trying to build a lot around Marco Polo and Torre, and a lot of projects related to all of them.
Okay.
Next week we're dropping a record from Concept from Minds One, who has a new single, a real dope Kev Brown beat. We got a whole bunch coming out for that. In terms of Beat Society, the website is up and it's working, and people, hasn't been going crazy, but all the producers on there are dope, and we're connecting with some good people out there. We plan on really, I think we're going to do a lot more shows this year. We've been approached by a bunch of sponsors who are real interested in helping us take it to the next level. And that's just necessary when it comes to just booking travel plans with the producers, and just can't do it on empty. So I think if that comes through, I think we're going to try and be doing shows all over the country and just
That's
at
really
least,
dope.
you know, in each city every couple months. You know, even if it's once every 3 to 6 months or something. That's our plan, you know, and maybe do little tours with, you know, core 2-3 producers and get somebody local from each city that's like on the come up. Not how I envision it.
B-Boy Tech Report.